Today I'm looking at the top 10 most expensive coffee in the world. Welcome to JayTheBarista channel, where you enjoy and learn all information about coffee. Hello coffee lovers, and thanks for joining once again. Today I have a warm, freshly roasted treat of a topic to share. Have you ever imagined what would happen if the consumption of coffee was entirely prohibited for a week? It would be a disaster for all coffee lovers. Or it would be apocalyptic. The streets would be littered with semi-functioning, sleep-deprived zombies, stumbling around the corner without purpose and direction. But nothing to worry about, because one thing is for sure, coffee isn't going anywhere anytime soon. There are huge coffee plantations worldwide that can able to meet the supply and demand for coffee. But before I start, if you are new to my channel, don't forget to subscribe and make sure to click the notification bell below para lagi kayong updated sa mga latest uploads ko. Without further ado, let's start with number 10. Starbucks Rwanda Blue Bourbon Coffee, sold for $28 per pound. The Rwanda Blue Bourbon Coffee is relatively new, with Rwanda having undergone a brutal civil war in recent times. Their economy was down and there were absolutely no coffee plantations, and the country was desperate for investment. Starbucks saw the opportunity to improve their international image by investing money in Rwanda. Starbucks is now able to boast one of the favorite coffee on the market. It has relatively high level of acidity that blends well with aromas of butter, cherry, and spices. Not only is this premium coffee delicious, but by buying it, one can have a sense of satisfaction in helping build an international economy where farmers from some of the poorest regions are able to gain financial independence. Number 9. Mi Esperanza Coffee, sold for $35 per pound. This fantastic coffee is grown in the mountainous region of Honduras. The Central American country has grown in a reputation for quality of its beans and the care taken in cultivating them. The fertile soil of the mountainous region is said to blend well with warm, perfectly humid climates in order to make a remarkable growing conditions. In this way, Mi Esperanza is very renowned as one of the very best coffees that money can buy, because it lacks of any bitter aftertaste and boasts subtle aromas of nuts, fruits, and spices for richer tasting experience. Number 8. Los Planes Coffee, sold for $40 per pound. This delightful coffee is truly special in its cultivation and distribution, with the explosion of the international corporations dominating the coffee industry. It's very rare to find independent family-run businesses, but this is exactly what Los Planes Coffee is. The coffee beans are grown in the picturesque valleys of El Salvador. The plantation was founded by Sir Casillas and has continued to be run by his family ever since. The coffee became internationally popular in 2006 when it placed second in the Cup of Excellence Award. Connoisseurs suggest using a light sprinkling of unrefined brown sugar to bring out the authentic flavors of tangerine and caramel. Number 7. FAZENDA Santa Ines, sold for $50 per pound. This unique coffee blend is one of the oldest on the list. It's being cultivated by some of the ancient methods for over a century. The first Fazenda plantation were founded more than 100 years ago at the base of Mantiqueira Mountains in Brazil. The region also cultivates some of the juiciest and most sought-after tropical fruits. As a result, Fazenda has a beautiful, light and fruity aroma which dances playfully on the palate. The aftertaste is incredibly sweet. It becomes a favorite of coffee connoisseurs around the world. The elite of China and Korea particularly enjoys the delightful blend. Number 6. Jamaican Blue Mountain Coffee, sold for $55 per pound. The Jamaican Blue Mountains are situated some 5,000 feet above sea level. The rolling hills burst with plant life and dance upon the ice with vibrant luscious green. The name Blue Mountain, however, originates from the fact that the area has the highest rainfall on the island. And indeed, most of the Caribbean in such a way, from a distance the mountains appears blue because they are almost always shrouded by heavy rainfall. This climate gives the coffee a rich and strong flavor without any bitterness and harsh aftertaste. For this reason, it's highly revered among coffee connoisseurs. Japan is the #1 importer of this quality product. Coffee lovers, here we are, the halfway point on the list. I hope you've all learned at least one interesting fact so far. For those who love to learn more information all about coffee, you can check the description box below or click the top right corner for more interesting videos. Number 5. St. Helena Coffee. Sold for $79 per pound. The name of this coffee is derived from the name of an island, St. Helena, where it is cultivated. It is a former prison island of Napoleon Bonaparte, who was an ardent lover of the coffee and used the island to cultivate them. St. Helena is located in the middle of Atlantic Ocean, around 1,200 miles away from the west coast of Africa. The high price tag that comes with the coffee is primarily because of the transportation cost that is involved in the process. The coffee, however, is of very good quality, offering caramel flavor with a hint of citrus. Number 4. Kopi LUWAK. Sold $460 per pound. Kopi LUWAK is one of the most exotic coffee in the world, cultivated in Indonesia, particularly in Bali. The area is inhabited by a large number of wild civet cats that absolutely adore eating raw fruits of coffee beans straight off the tree. The coffee beans passes through their digestive system and ferments during the process. The perfectly conditioned beans are then picked out of the animal poop, washed, roasted, and then distributed. Due to the fact that this coffee has become so popular, there are so many horrific practices now taking place by unlicensed and unregulated local businesses. Many Indonesians have decided to capitalize on tourist hysteria by capturing civet cats, caging them, and forcing them to eat the cheapest coffee fruit that they can find. This is not true Kopi LUWAK. If you are interested in trying this unique and delicious coffee, then make sure it comes from a reliable source, otherwise you may be drinking very expensive literal crap. Number 3. Hacienda La Esmeralda. This connoisseur delight sold for $350 per pound. This extraordinary coffee is known to be cultivated on the sides of Mount Baru in Panama, in the shades of guava tree. Legend says that this creates perfect pH level in the soil. Furthermore, the guava trees tower high above, meaning the coffee can take its time nurturing in the shade. The result is utterly stupendous. The high price of it is a result of expertise and experience which is required for the entire process. Number 2. FINCA El INJERTO, sold for $500 per pound. These coffee beans are literally the diamonds of Central America, grown only in a few very small mountainous regions of Guatemala. These are some of the smallest coffee beans on the planet. They are so small, they look more like grains of rice. These trees are guarded day and night by heavily armed guards because each beans are more than most people will earn in a week. It has also been hailed for being cultivated and distributed through a system of direct trade. This increases the price but ensures environmental conservation and sustainability. Number 1. Black Ivory Coffee, sold for $550 per pound. The clue is in the name. This coffee is renowned as the finest in quality and flavor. Its cultivation method also makes it entirely unique, much like the Kopi LUWAK. Black Ivory coffee must be plucked from excrement, this time though it's from the dung of the elephants. The Black Ivory plantation are situated in Thailand and work in conjunction with elephant sanctuaries. The Arabica coffee beans are consumed in huge numbers by the giant mammals. During the digestion process, the elephant's stomach acid will break down the protein in the beans and create an utterly unique, robust flavor. The reason that these coffee are the most expensive in the world. The cultivation method is very inefficient. Most of the beans consumed will be broken down by the elephants. In such a way, this coffee is always in high demand. If you're in Thailand, I highly recommend visiting the plantation and trying some for yourself. But be ready to pay upwards of $60 for a single cup. So coffee lovers, what do you think would happen to the world if all the coffee was suspended even for a week? Let me know your answers by putting your comment down below. Thank you for spending time with me. Make sure to subscribe so you never miss any video from my channel. The more you watch my video, the more video I will make for you. Once again, thank you for watching.